Defa Lucy struts the floor, serving Versace 94. Hello fellow doll lovers, Barbie Nation here. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning into another video with me today. My name is Aryan, aka Barbie Nation, and what I do is I collect dolls, I play with dolls, I talk about dolls, and every now and then I give them a super cute makeover. So if you're into anything cute, sweet, and petite, definitely subscribe to my channel to get some lovely pastel glitters on your feed. Now let's get into Defa Lucy Studio. Here we go. Defa Lucy. Once again, we find ourselves kind of admiring Defa Lucy once again. And with these Defa Lucy studio dolls, they're definitely serving Versace 94 with the sweaters and the metallic skirts. I don't know if they were originally inspired by Barbie looks to create these dolls, but you know, it's pastel, it's serving 90s, I'm all here for these girls. So let's take a closer look at them today and see if we can even give one of them a very perhaps spooky makeover. So Defa Lucy strikes a unique balance, offering fashion-forward dolls with collector-grade details, yet still more accessible than higher-end brands like Integrity Toys. They kind of like fill a gap for enthusiasts wanting style, quality, and uniqueness without, you know, breaking the bank. So I think that's what really sets them apart. We all know these are clone dolls, and they started out as clone dolls, but they kind of evolved, you know, to be really a standalone brand, even though they sometimes really obviously copy other dolls. I do still think that they really are starting to develop their own sense of style and uniqueness on the doll market, actually. So go Defa Lucy. I'm excited to see what the future is going to bring for this brand. And even with the arrival of like high-end collector Defa Lucy dolls, those dolls looked very, very nice and really aimed at what a adult doll collector would want from a doll. And you can't deny that the faces that Defa is serving is a total slay. So okay, these Versace inspired girls, let's take a look at them. First up is this ponytail girl. I love a good mini skirt. I have to admit that I always, you know, whenever I'm kind of like stuck in styling, I always go for that mini skirt because it just adds the girliness I want in a style. It doesn't matter if you're like tall, curvy, original type, petite, a mini skirt always works. Also love that they use, I think it is nylon. What do you guys think? I'm always such in doubt of this hair quality. It's not polypropylene, because polypropylene really tends to be so stiff to go like upward, but this really has a good fall to it. So I think this is nylon. So these are clone dolls. So what are the downsides of these Defa Lucy girls? Well, I think for starters, the rooting is always quite thin actually. So for instance, for her, probably a high ponytail is her only option, because if you would take the ponytail out, you would totally see bald spots if you want to, you know, put the hair down. Also, their joints are really fragile, and I'll get to that in a second, because one of them has a severe malfunctioning in her joints, and yeah, we gotta fix that. So their bodies tend to be very hollow, you know, very fragile joints, so be careful with these girls because you'll easily break off a piece. Also, their shoe game and the purse selection is very limited. So it's either, I think it's about like 3 shoe molds that they have and a couple of bags, and they're always like, you know, completely plastic. And yeah, they really tend to focus on serving face, serving looks, and second is body and hair, I think. Okay, so I really love her. I love that she has these big 60s eyelashes. Love the cuteness in her face. And actually her hair is pretty nicely styled. Also this, again, it's so soft. Yeah, the outfit speaks for itself. I really love these pieces separately. So this is the only girl that has actual shorts. So she has these blue metallic shorts, yellow sweater. Again, nice hair, but I think also her hair is really thinly rooted. So, Also, I would have changed the lipstick maybe. Not too light, but this is definitely a little bit too dark for my opinion, but who am I? Okay, now she is interesting. She is like, if you think about like a pale skin, think like vampire level, because she is like vampire pale. And it's interesting to see. She has this long brunette hair, gorge. Love the mint color on this skin tone. And she's actually one of the girls that has a severe malfunctioning because her joints were so stiff. And I actually tried to position her in a good pose, but then, yeah, this happened. As you can see, it's completely loose and it completely broke off. Yeah. And it didn't just broke off, it like broke off completely. So like the peg that should go into her arm, that just completely broke in half. Just because it was so stiff. And I really tried to be gentle with her because I felt that the joints were really stiff. So this is what I mean. They're fun clone dolls, but yes, they are clone dolls. So yes, they also are serving that clone quality. And say what you will about Barbie, but this never happened to me with a Barbie doll. So okay, we have this broken doll, we gotta fix it. Because I think she has a very much of a slave factor. I'm obsessed with her vampireness. So let's just upgrade her and make her an actual vampire goddess. Which brings me to another kind of like clone doll, the Xian Xian princess dolls. I don't know if you pronounce it that way. I think it's Chinese, so I think it would be Xian Xian. Basically, they are these kind of like imitating Integrity Toys Mitzi dolls. And I was actually kind of impressed by their quality. Also, yes, hollow, also very stiff joints, so be prepared, be gentle, because you don't want to break off any, you know, joints, but their faces are painted so well. Mattel could never. It always seems like a wild guess when ordering a doll online to see if you're getting like a good face, because it's either pixelated or it's wonky. I don't know what they do at those factories of Mattel, but they can't seem to get a face right nowadays. So this is actually the girl that's going to be a match for Ms. Minty Vampire. She has the same level of paleness, although she has not so much of a grayish skin tone. Miss Minty here really has also kind of like this grayish tint in her complexion, and she is just like pale. But they do seem to have like, you know, quite a good similar skin tone, so I think she is going to be the donor of this girl. Because of course I like a bit of a cuteness factor for my dolls, and these integrity girls really have like the, you know, really model-esque strict faces. So I don't mind that she will lose her pretty painted face. And her face, I know it must look like an integrity face or maybe a Mitzi face. Comment down below if you think her face looks like one of those dolls. I'm not really, you know, an expert on all the names of the faces, rather than just Poppy Parker or Vanessa Perrin. That's pretty much the basic knowledge that I have. So comment down below if you think her face looks like a character from those universes. Then there's also this pink-haired beauty who I think looks like Glenn Close. But again, she must also have a face. Is she the Vanessa one? Yeah, see, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I'm obsessed, of course, with this pastel pink hair. And yeah, and who knows, I might do a cute makeover for her specifically in the future. Then there's this curled beauty. I really thought that her hair color looks so beautiful. It really is, what would we call, is it chestnut? I don't know, but it looks really gorgeous. And her face, again, the way they painted this, the glossy lips. So, and then there's this brunette, which obviously has a clone Mackie face. I was so surprised to see that, and they even do like a better Mackie face than Mattel themselves. Wow, yeah. The only thing with her is that her lips are kind of off, but her eyes are gorgeous, and look at those pretty brunette curls. Like, no makeover needed at all. She's also pretty pale, but not like vampire pale, so she could not be a body match for the other girl. Yeah, these Xian Xian princess girls are really quite impressive, and a good like alternative way if you really want to explore that high-end fashion model, you know, doll play. And if you're not able to afford those integrity girls who really are amazing dolls, but you know, that's a league of their own, and it's a heavy league. Yeah, they're so pricey. So this is a really nice and affordable way to experience those kind of dolls. And oh yeah, in this whole AliExpress, Temu, Shein haul, there was also this body. You know, sometimes you just gotta try stuff out, but she was just, this is such a weirdly jointed body to me. She even has like these joints at her thighs, but like in a really weird way. Like they only go front and back, not like to the sides or anything like a Made to Move body does. So that was super strange to me, and her joints do look like a little better. They're not so obvious as Made to Move joints, but I don't know. It still is kind of like a weird body to me. So if you see this online and you were wondering about this body, now you know. So I'm very interested to see where this is going. I'm pretty much going to the salon without a plan. Well, some kind of a plan, because she needs to get her body. That's plan A. Plan B, the restyle. Yeah, I'm just gonna let, you know, my creativity run its course, and we'll see where we end up. Yeah, and I hope I will be able to create like a cute vampire queen goddess. That's kind of like the thing that I'm going for, I think. I might turn away and it might not work, so I have to do like a plan C. But that's the fun of it all, right? So sit down, relax, grab a drink, grab a snack, because we're heading off to the salon and the Restyle studio. And let's give this Defa Lucy studio girl the Barbie Nation makeover she deserves. Here we go. actually flying? Oh my gosh, she's alive! I've created a monster! What is she doing? Is she checking out the clothes?
I think I actually like what I'm wearing. Arian, thank you so much for giving me this restyle. I really love it.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you love it. Well, now that I'm looking good, it actually is kind of a sleigh. Yes, mama, work that witchy goth look. So what do you say? Want to witch out together?
That is just the best idea ever. We are going to have so much fun putting pranks on people on All Hallows Eve. Jump on the broom, darling.
Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and of course, click the bell icon next to the subscribe button to get notified about any new videos that I upload. You can also follow me on Instagram at Barbie Nation. That's usually where I post all of my updates. So until the next video, mwah, big kisses from me, and I love you all.